And there is now a suspect in custody in connection to the November murders of 4 students attending the University of Idaho. We're going to hear from the police department there this afternoon. But right now, our Tom Winter joins us on the phone with the latest. So, Tom, this has been a mystery that's been ongoing for weeks in Idaho. What can you tell us about what police have been able to uncover?
Right. So, as you said, this has been going on now for over a month. This is an investigation that has obviously now spanned across the country. The arrest made at some point here in the last 24 hours. Our understanding is the suspect, who is a man, and we don't have a lot of other details about this individual at this point, was presented in court in Monroe County, Pennsylvania earlier today in connection with this quadruple homicide of these 4 University of Idaho students. It's not clear to us what the specific charges are and what this individual's connection to the case is, and whether or not they have any sort of connection to the university. We're still reporting those details out, and I don't want to put out any information that may be inaccurate, but obviously a tremendous relief, particularly at this time of year and after what these families, the Chapin, Mogan, Kernodle, and Goncalves families have been through, to now have an arrest in this case. It is our understanding, as police have been briefing on this investigation over the past several weeks, that the FBI was involved. They said that they were helping them out, and it is our understanding that the FBI was involved in some way in the arrest this morning in taking the person into custody. It's unclear whether there'll be federal charges or state charges. I did talk to the Moscow, Idaho Police Department while we were in a commercial break. They're not yet confirming any details on it, but did point us to this press conference that's being held at 4 p.m. today, as you referenced. So presumably we'll get more details then. Presumably we'll get more details on any potential charges. And obviously we're continuing to report this out. Our first lead on this came from veteran crime reporter Deanna Durante at our station in Philadelphia, WCAU, and myself, along with Jonathan Dienst, working on the details here and confirming this arrest. But as far as the specifics, how they were able to get onto this individual, and if in fact this individual is responsible solely for the homicides, those are all details that are going to come, I think, into more focus here in the coming couple hours.
Yeah, and Tom, I know you don't want to speculate, but just the fact that the arrest was made in Pennsylvania, thousands of miles away from Idaho, that in itself at least gives us a little bit of insight as just to how vast this investigation must have been.
Correct. And so, was it any sort of information where obviously police have been asking for, urging for any sort of tips or information from the public? Did they get a tip-off to this individual? Was there travel involving this individual? To your point, the fact that this arrest was made in the northeastern part of Pennsylvania. So was there any sort of we know obviously in this day and age it's tough to make it across the country without being picked up on some sort of license plate reader, toll booths, et cetera. Was there information on travel that helped lead to this person? Or was it something that we haven't mentioned and haven't even thought of yet? Those are all details that'll come out obviously at the press conference, and then the court paperwork when we get it, and hopefully that'll be soon.